Hey guys, apologies for the late start. My goodness, it's been one of those days today. Whoa! Okay, right. Oh, I hope you're having a fantastic week. What day is it? Where are we? Thursday. Okay, right. I can take a breath now. Work done. Work done for the day. Now it's fun time. And I kind of feel like designing something. So open to ideas. We'll keep it loosey-goosey, as always. And hello, finally. I know, Kevin. I know. Thank you for your patience. We're waiting for your eagerness. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that. So if there's anything that you'd like to see demonstrated in particular, whether it's Photoshop, Illustrator, we'll go for it. Maybe we'll design a logo. Who knows? We'll see where the wind takes us. But yeah, as always, if you've got any questions, feel free to shout them out. Stephen Crotch, hey, that's Noble. Happy to have you here. Oh, the pleasure is all mine, Stephen. I love doing these. James Victor. Wallpapers. What kind of wallpapers? Ooh, like desktop wallpapers. I did a video a while ago doing kind of like more abstract ones in Photoshop. And yeah, that could be quite fun, actually. Why not? We'll start with that. Just a bit of fun. Nice warm up for me as well. Although I'm using Photoshop CC 2024 and on the M2 MacBook Pro, I don't know if this is like an M2 issue, but the liquify function is totally broken. So it doesn't work on 24. 2023 is fine. So I'm not sure what happened. Something's gone wrong somewhere. So I'll just need to whip up Photoshop 2023. Mike, hello. Poppy. Oh, so nice of you to join. Thank you, guys. Poppy's like, Mike. What time is it that side? That's a good question. Let me get my time telling device. It's 20 to 5 in the evening. Okay, right. Photoshop 23. We're armed. Yeah, so if you've not seen the tutorial on this, it is a lot of fun, honestly. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's create a file, stream, blah, 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 blah. And it's fun because it doesn't actually require any skill at all, really. So, guys, shout out some colors. Throw some colors at me. Ideally complementary, but, you know, I'll work with what I get. Throw some colors at me in the chat and we'll try and we'll see what we can make. Dave says, how's it going, bro? I'll document the beginning of a develop of an app that will launch in the near future. Do you think it's a good idea? I'll be in TikTok. Of course, blur some info. I'm not sure I understood that, but yeah, what's the idea for the app? Okay, Poppy says pink. Dansky, can you do InDesign also? Yeah, I can do InDesign. I've not used it in a while. I used to use it more back in the kind of earlier part of my career. These days, I kind of love Illustrator. Mike says orange. Okay, we got pink. We got orange. I'm very good, Bilal. How are you? I haven't been doing any designing for a while now, but it's still fun to watch you work. Ah, get stuck in, Farouk. Ben Harris says green and grey, purple. Okay, orange, pink, green and grey and purple. Could we make that work? I have absolutely no idea. Right, well, do you know what? We'll try. We'll see if we can make this work. So let's lay down a grey as the base color. So we'll just have that there. And I'll stick them on a separate layer. So what else have we got? Colors. So pink. I'm using a mouse at the minute. Let's put that over there. Let's use the old stylus. Okay. Right. So we'll get a nice tasty green. And for this, what I'm going to do is use a soft brush, hardness at 0%. And we'll crank that up. And Ben also said, yeah, we've got green, purple, right? Purple from Paul. And yeah, I'm just gonna actually no, let's soften that a little bit. We can have a hardness of like around 50. You can mix this up, of course. I'm just gonna splodge in some splodges. We'll get a nice purple. Hopefully that's good enough for you, Paul. A nice purple in there, splidgy splodge. I mean, this might end up being quite a nice pattern in itself, actually. This isn't really the goal. Right, what else? We had Mike's orange. Oh yeah, this is fun. Good shout, James. This is a nice little warm up for me as well. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, that's why I love this. Anyone can do this in Photoshop. You actually don't really need skill for what we're about to do. So we're just doing a few splodges. There we go. And what was the last one? We'll finish with Poppy's Pink. No idea how this is gonna work, but we'll see. We could have these overlapping. Yeah, maybe we'll just have a couple overlap just to make it interesting. A little one there. We'll pop you up there. Slightly bigger one down. Whoa, where you going? Right, and we'll do one more bit on the green. There, cool. Right, the next step is to duplicate both these layers in case something goes wrong. And every time I do this, I never really know quite what I'm going to get. So that's why it's quite fun. So let's merge these together. So we kind of want all of this on its own layer. Right click, convert to smart object. The reason it's now a smart object is because we're going to apply a smart filter. And if it's a smart object, we can change the smart filter. We don't see nothing. Oh no, not again. Why does OBS do this? Okay. For some reason, it just doesn't start the screen. Oh, dear me. Well, you got to see my face for 5 minutes. There you go. Right. So for anyone who... oh, dear me. Such a tin pot stream. So for anyone who is just confused, what I've done is I've just laid down a grey and then I've just put a load of splodges down with all the colours that were suggested. And I then merged them together and then just converted them to a smart object. So I'll do that last step again. But essentially, this step here was just having a new layer with the brush tool. A nice soft brush and just quite literally splodging in all those different colours on a separate layer. Okay, there we go. We're all caught up now. Nice. That's a good save, Ben. It's not about the journey, it's about the destination. 30-minute black screen reveal at the end. Nice. You see, what you don't realize was the black screen was intentional. I was testing you or something. Goodness me. Yeah, so Farouk says, I don't believe you've done all this. I've literally just been splodging in. I promise I was splodging while you were looking at the black screen. So we'll duplicate those layers in case anything goes wrong. And then what we'll do is we'll convert those to a smart object. So now it's a smart object. I can apply smart filters and smart filters are editable. So this is where the fun starts. Let's go to liquify. And what do we got here? The top left option, which is warp or something. I don't know. And we'll adjust the size of the brush. Remember, you can use the left and right square brackets on the keyboard to quickly change the size of the brush. I started to think if this was a pre-recorded stream and you were trolling us. Oh, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, yeah. I'll still be here streaming after the exams are done, so yeah. That's fair. But thank you for taking the time out of your day today. I appreciate that. Right, so what we're going to do is start with a nice big brush. And obviously that looks terrible. So we need to turn on this option up here, pin edges. And as you can see, what it does is it kind of keeps the edges still pinned to the corners. Now you can adjust properties up here for the pressure as well. And what I'm going to do is just, well, every time I do this, I always get something different. This is so fun. Oh, never quite know what I'm going to get. And you could make it really like extreme. You can bend it down and effectively sculpt. Now you don't want to do it too small because it can go a bit wrong. So I'd recommend using like a larger brush, and you can sort of sculpt these sort of quite nice. Do you see what I mean? It takes a little bit of patience, and I would just keep adjusting the brush size. You get this quite, whoa. Edit undo as well, or Command or Control Z or Z is very, very handy to have nearby as well. Okay, what should we do? Because you make a lot of mistakes doing this, so it's good to have the old undo. Ooh, that's weird. Ooh, let's try that. Yeah, it's not my favorite one. It's not my favorite one. Let's try a different one. Let's try and keep the palette a bit simpler. We'll start with like a purple as a base. Go nice and dark. In fact, actually, it doesn't even have to be circles. What we can do is just let's just draw in some. Let's just draw in some wiggly lines. We'll draw in a red one. We'll go for a white one. There we go. Let's just put that in. I'm just using the trackpad there. And that's all on the same layer. Let's see if I can do something with that. So you can see that you can really sort of stretch the colors out by warping them. Ooh, yeah, see, this is a bit more interesting. This is a bit more interesting. I quite like that. Ooh, where are you going? Where are you going? Nice. We could stretch you out over there. Sculpty sculpt. Oh, no, not like that. Oh, I'm not entirely sure what that is. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Oh yeah, this is it was going right actually. I think I mucked it up then a bit. So you can kind of really stretch areas apart, or you can actually push them together and it will push the different bands of color much closer. Yeah, not too bad. And then I might go in there and just add. Like what I could do is just go and add a very thin little highlight there, go back into liquify, and then kind of work with this a bit more. Oh yeah, this is fun. Yeah, not too bad. They're okay. I've definitely done better ones before, but it is kind of like it's pot luck, really. It depends what you give yourself as well. So let's do like another one with like a nice green. I mean, really, you can just do anything. You could just splodge in a whole bunch of random stuff. And then we'll just splodge in some white. Yeah, see, I think out of all of them, I probably prefer that one, and that took the least amount of time. I think picking good colors helps as well. And you really are kind of effectively sculpting a lot of this as well. Good practice if you've never used the liquify tool to kind of practice sculpting good curves, or not good curves, smooth curves. Very useful if you're into like Photoshop retouching and stuff. Yeah, this one's a bit better. This is a lot better. Huh. Yeah, no, that's better. I'm happy with that. That's definitely better than the first one anyway. And yeah, these are really good for wallpapers as well, James. So you can just literally kind of, you could do one of these and then you could kind of layer in more colors. So we could even go and add another complementary color, which could be, what was it you said, Sema? Like cyan? Like a cyany turquoise. So what I could do is just splodge a bit of that down. Give me something to work with. It's kind of like just throwing down some ink. Whoa, what is going on? What's going on with my That's not me. I'm not doing anything. What is happening? Okay. I appear to have lost control. Let's try that again. What on earth? Goodness me, that was weird. I think the liquify tool is just prone to bugging out. So you can see here, I'm just kind of adding these in and sort of sculpting them into these accents. Oh, this is nice. There you go. Whoosh. Yeah, good fun. Neil's here too. Oh, hello, Art of Neil. Hey. Oh, good to see you guys. Looks ace, Dan. Thank you. We're just playing with color. It's a warm-up exercise. Hopefully you missed the beginning of the stream, Neil. It was just, me talking and a black screen. Galgali says this is a very interesting way for creating backgrounds. Never tried that. Yeah, it's. I've got to be honest. Like, I'm not just saying this. These are probably some of the worst ones I've done. If you just keep practicing with it and just keep playing with it, like the same starting point, like this, keep trying it over and over again. Sometimes they can sort of blend together really nicely. Maybe it was the brush, actually. Maybe I should have gone with a hardness of 0, so it's kind of softer. But it's fun. It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? It's really good to sort of play around and practice the sculpting of curves with the tool as well, because the liquify tools are incredibly useful. I use it a lot to kind of reshape characters. or like just sort of sculpt parts of a character. So, you know, you could make their shoulders a bit broader or a bit less broad, or you could sculpt their arms or, like, I don't know, their thighs or different parts of the body. Yeah, even their head and their face. And it's quite important when you do that to get those sort of smooth curves as well. I like applying blend modes to layers while I painting with bevel and emboss, etc. Yeah, blend modes would be fun. Let's do something like that. So let's just, what's a good blend mode for this? Ooh, yeah, overlay. Yeah, that's a good shout. So yeah, just I can literally just brush in a bit of color into certain places, and it kind of almost makes that white become like a little bit electrified. So just literally just that. Actually, that looks a lot better. Nice, good suggestion. I like that. And something else we could do actually, just while we're here, is if I duplicate that one, is if you've never used field blur before, highly recommend it. So we'll set that first point to 0. So there's no blur here whatsoever. I can then lay down another one over here. This is a bit rubbish, this bit. So let's blur that out. There we go. Nice. And we'll put this bit in focus. And this bit will have slightly out of focus. So what I can do is I can control which parts of the graphic are in focus and which parts aren't. There we go. Put you in focus, you in focus, you in focus. So that's before and that's after. So you can kind of use it to sort of draw focus to a particular point and then just blur out the rest. Or blur out your mistakes. Blue, green, and white pattern looks dope. Oh, cheers, Kevin. Yeah, if you enjoy doing this, definitely check out the tutorial on the channel, because in that example, I definitely I demonstrate a much better version than this. Rian, hello. Deckard, hey, good to see you. Bonjour, when I see the word Leo comes to mind. Oh no, Leo's in the chat as well. My goodness, we've got the whole family here. Oh yeah, boosh. Right, I need some music on. Let's get some music. I think maybe we'll hop into Illustrator in a minute as well and have a crack at another logo. That would be fun. There we go. Reminds me of when you float ink on water and comb it, then place paper onto the surface to transfer the ink. Oh, okay. Could add some tasty noise to it. Ooh, okay. Let's see what a camera raw filter could look like. If you've not used camera raw filter before, it's amazing. It's really cool. So we can, no, not sharpening, noise. Sorry, grain. There we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that is delicious. And we could add a bit more texture, more clarity. So you got before and after there. Yeah, noise. That was a good shout. And we could play around with the shadows, a bit more contrast. Ooh, where's this other one? Color mixer. Yeah, this one's good. So if you want it to kind of lean a bit more one way than the other, so you can make your greens a bit more blue or your blues a bit more purple. Ah, yeah, that looks a lot better. I love some noise. And we could even introduce some texture as well. Let me grab a texture. Ooh, this looks nice. Not sure how this will look. Paper texture could look interesting. First, let's strip out the color. We don't want the color of the crumpled paper to interfere with the magnificent design that we've created. Oh, that's not too bad. Bit more contrasty with overlay. Soft light's quite nice. Very subtle. And sometimes it's fun just to do this, actually. There's no real sort of purpose to this. I'm just kind of freestyling it and just... There we go. Let's type Leo and Eli. There we go. They my boys. Sometimes you could just play around with blending modes like that. Instead of white, we could flip it around to black, so you get like a different type of blend. Or I wonder if I... Yeah, that's cool. Nice. I like that. Let's, yeah, add that to the names instead. It's got to be legible, though. Ooh. Right. Might need to just brush in like a overlay color because I've lost some of the what am I saying? What are you saying, Dan? I lost some of the detail. So those kind of white bits. So I'm going to try and cheekily just brush in a bit of that and maybe try just dropping the opacity down, just really subtle. Oh, that's interesting. Ooh. Ha. It's like interfering with the noise effect. One expecting... Oh, wait, no, that's dissolve. You idiot. Ha! There we go. That's what I wanted. Just something a bit more subtle. Do you know what I mean? So you can kind of see the... Can't speak today. See the clarity on the letters and the letter forms. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the spacing between the two together a bit more. So we'll go for, maybe not that, -50 on both sides. And now let's get some grunge on the go. What have I got in Photoshop 23? Have I got anything good? That is the question. Spatter brushes. Could be nice. Gives it like a weathered look. Huh. Oh, you like that, Poppy? Hey, Dilshan, good to see you, man. How you doing? Oh my goodness, William Shakespeare in the chat. Hello, sir. Maybe some distortion as well. Yeah. What font is this actually? I just literally grabbed it. Argon. Yeah, I like that. That is a. I must have used that for something recently. I swear you said drop the pasty down. Did I? I mean, I don't have a pasty. Just opacity. Opacity. Yeah, no, there are no pasties here. If there was a pasty here, I would know about it. Right. I know what I want to do. Let's duplicate this because just in case things get crazy and I muck up what I've done. So let's merge all of that texture together now. And apply the lettering instead as a mask, because what I can do now is I can add splats like this. Which might look awful actually, but we will see. Ooh, I like the way you got that sort of swoosh coming around there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's not too bad. All with one brush as well. Very lazy. I wonder what a dark background would look like. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Much better. Nice. Let's switch up the brush a bit. I don't want to get too complacent with the same brush. What's that? Oh, slash? Whoa. My goodness. That's a bit aggressive for a 3 and an 8-year-old. Could be... maybe a bit too much. Oh, nice. So you can see the advantage to kind of mixing the brushes up. You get different thickness. Oh, yeah, this is nice. You get just different thicknesses. Yeah, so look at that. I can rotate the brush using the left and right arrow keys on the keyboard as well. So you can see, if I zoom in, I'm just using this to sort of brush in a few kind of splats. Rotate the brush, we'll stick a splat in there. Nice. Maybe get rid of some of these particles on the edge. They're probably just a little bit too pronounced. Let's just scrub away frantically. Yeah, I don't want the particles to be too pronounced. I can see this being a cool sports brand. Leo and Eli. Okay. As you can see, some brushes are a bit overkill. Oh, what else have we got? Energy. Ooh. Whoa. Huh. We've got a spotlight. Debris. Oh, that could be kind of cool, actually. Yeah, just add a few little debris splats. Yeah, this some of this stuff actually kind of does take a lot longer than you might think. As you can see, it's very easy to just try and rush it and just muck it up. Scatter style. Hmm. And remember, I can still go back into liquify and let's just. I think I might blur it a bit actually. Oh, nope. Hmm. So what I did there was I unlinked it from the mask. With it linked, it blurred the mask as well, which is the lettering. And that's my pen being dropped on the floor. Whereas unlinking it, it then blurred the kind of swirly pattern, but kept the lettering nice and crispy. And ooh, let's add sploosha color in the middle. You can add a gradient, but I quite like doing it like this. Get a really nice staggered effect. So if I set my opacity to like 10%, cursor in the middle, click, scale it down a bit, and I'm just bringing that brush size down. Does make it harder to see though. It's quite a nice technique to add like a subtle gradient. Hey Ian, good to see you, man. Oh no, Leo's out with the emojis again. Okay, yeah, we'll leave that there. Warm up done. That was fun. Right. Let's do some quick fire logos. Not crazy long. Put me under a bit of pressure. Get the old brain going. If you'd like a logo, shout it out right now. Hey Abisek. Hi, huge fan. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Galgali Design Studio. Yee. Right. I can't guarantee the quality, but let's get a few down. We got Galgali. Rebecca. We'll do one more. I'll be back soon. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Fabio. Turtle logo. More kind of names. I can kind of do something quite quickly. Dansky's dog walking. we'll stick to type because it's doing illustrating animals and things can take longer. This is, I think, more of a sort of quick fire exercise at whipping up something with text. Just can't tell if I've distorted that. I think I've stretched the text. So, got Gully. Leo. My name is Gal, by the way. Gotcha. Gal. Okay, so we'll like I said, we'll do something more typographical. Gal and Rebecca, do you have any preference on fonts, font styles? Luke's iced coffee. Okay. Fields. Ooh. Fields font. Let's have a look. Ooh, Adobe font as well. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Yo, check that out. If you've got a Creative Cloud subscription, you've got Adobe fonts. Nice. I like that. Oh, look at that V. Delicious. Okay. Right. Might take a second to load in. There we go. Oh, different weights as well. Beautiful. Ah, do you know, this type of font isn't normally my kind of my thing, but I actually do like that. Nice. Do we have any? Oh, we got alternates as well. Oh, look at that. Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. Oh, okay, I see. When you said the Wonder Woman logo, I was thinking, whoa, whoa, gal, you got to lower expectations a bit here. But let's that's the Wonder Woman symbol. So let's see if maybe we could do something with that. With a G. That I like that. That's a cool challenge, actually. Luke's nice copy. Luke, we'll come back to you. Okay. Yeah, this could be interesting. Because it works with the W because it's symmetrical and it kind of leans quite nicely into the wings. So how on earth are we going to do that with Gal? Okay, well, first thought is we could make this a bit more symmetrical by turning it on its side. And could... yeah, maybe we could have... the wings going up there, which would need a custom G. We could do something in the middle. I reckon that could work. I wonder. I've got an idea. Don't know if it will work or not. We'll try it though. Actually, no. Let's sketch it first a little bit. Dipping down into the G. Coming up. Just sort of trying to create the G, but have it a bit more subtle. It probably will be a bit more abstract. Like, here's the G. So I don't know if that will work. You know, I think that could look quite cool. You're welcome, Rebecca. Thank me when it's done. We'll see if I can do anything half decent. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, right. There might be a trick I can use. So my first kind of question with this would be, how do I get a smooth, kind of like almost like a reverse hump? You know, like a camel's hump? But I want to get it smooth. You could draw it, but instead, I think this technique might work better. Go to... there we go. Something like that. Zigzag. Much more precise than me doing it. And we'll copy that side. Rotate one. Copy paste. Yeah, I might have to go down there. And if I want the wings to come in, what I'd probably do is start here and draw a line that cuts through there. So what I can do with this line now is get the shape builder tool, hold Alt or Option and drag and make some cuts. And they kind of stagger inwards now. Let's try rounding them off. No. Or let's start by cutting them all evenly so they're straight. Let's start with that. In fact, I can get rid of that right side. Reflect all this. Copy. Yeah, okay. The G's going to be very abstract here. I mean, it might look nice. Can't guarantee it will look like a G, though. No, I got a better idea for the G, actually. Probably be better if we sit the G there. So now I need a nice circular geometric G. There we go. It's my own font as well. Nice. Good job, Dan. Yeah, we're getting there, Joshua. We're getting there. Right. Okay, now I've got a choice. Do I skew the G? Nope. Or do I stretch out this, whatever this is, these wings, to follow the contours of the G? Probably that second one, because I can get away with distorting that. Whereas distorting the G would be a bit of a no-no. All right. Hmm. I wonder. If I could just get that. I wonder if I can copy that one and then offset that. It's really hard to try and link the G in there as well. I wonder if this will work. Hmm. Yeah, it's difficult. Really tricky. Oh, actually, that's a bit better, I think. Ah, there we go. Just tilt that in ever so slightly. Remember, I've just got to get one half looking passable. And I could actually cheat this here, and I could use the width tool to taper that in just to bring those edges in. And then I could hold Alt or Option, and I can actually do it on one side. And what I would... what I might do here is something like this. Maybe add a white stroke to the outside of the G. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse for like this amount of time, I think. How about these bottom ones? Can you get rid of them? Yeah, it's just the bottom ones. They need... they just need... unless it needs one more up top, like this. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit more like integrated with the G. I'm trying to create it with like as much precision as possible. Hmm. Dan Sands, is that your font? Yes, it is. Segue. Thank you, James. Like I said, I'm terrible at marketing my own course. So if you'd like to learn everything I know about Adobe Illustrator, that's 17 years condensed into, I think, about 6 to 7 hours worth of video. And you'd like to have someone there, i.e. me, if you ever get stuck, you want to ask questions, get feedback on your work, there is a link to my full Adobe Illustrator masterclass. And here is a code for 15% off. So basically sign up to the mailing list and you'll get a code for that 15% off emailed to you. Oh, good. Oh, amazing. I'm glad you like it, Gal. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking we could get this to a good place. I'm obviously conscious that we've got Rebecca and Luke's iced coffee as well, but we got a bit of time. I feel like I want to bring these to a point. I want to sort of taper them off. Maybe. No, I think I might actually keep them a bit more like the Wonder Woman thing. I think it mucks it up a little bit. I'm just struggling with this bit, what to do here. Like, am I going to have... that taper off? Do you see what I mean? It's trying to do it in a clean way, I think, actually. And I want to get one more because we've got 3 on the Wonder Woman one. Oh, yeah, I want to get one more. Right, let's do an offset. 20. There we go. Nice. That might be it. I need to lengthen this one a bit. Oh, how am I going to do that in a precise way? I could just be cheeky and do that. I reckon I get away with that. Okay. And this is sometimes still a good way of working, is to draw... Oh, not like that. Just draw white boxes to kind of give yourself an idea of how something might look. Because we can easily clean this up later. There we go. Why is that taper? Oh, I tapered it. Oh. Ooh, that could look cool. Hang on, I've messed up this side. Let's try it again. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of nice because then you see the contour of the G, it kind of fits that bit there. Of course, we can't keep it with white boxes because as soon as you, throw in any kind of color behind, you've got white everywhere. So that is a big part of Illustrator. It's something that I found quite tricky in the earlier years, is knowing how to kind of clean all this up. because you got to do it before you send that logo off to anybody. You got to have it on a transparent background. Got to do the legwork to get it looking smart. You know. Always fun watching your design process. Oh, thank you. I could say the same. I never really. That's why I like doing this. It's good for me as well. It's you know. Hopefully, it's fun to watch. And by the sounds of it, it is. And it's good practice for me as well. I'm going through the masterclass. It's fab. Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, if you're doing Illustrator and Photoshop, I would definitely invest in a pen tablet or a pen display. If you've never used one before, I'd get like just a cheaper one, just to get a feel for what it's like. And then if you do like it and you kind of like the feel of working with a pen, yeah, just in case you like spend a ton of money, get one and think, oh, actually, I don't really like this. It's good because with a pen display or a tablet, you have the advantage of pen pressure, so you can control thickness of lines and like brushing in Photoshop much easier. What if you use the middle curve and do an offset path for the above and below? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a much smarter way of doing it. If I knew where the design was going to go initially, then I probably could have done this. Yeah. Oh, that curve's a bit funny there, but if the curves weren't funny, yeah, that would be a good way to do the above and below ones. I wonder, actually. No, no. Yeah, I think this one will be nearly there. I'm quite happy with that. Right, let's do a little bit of cleanup. So I'm going to lay in a color. If you want to know how to clean up a design, this would be the bit to focus on. So let's get a nice contrasting color. We're going to lock the selection. Nope, lock the selection. There we go. And first of all, I'm going to expand everything. So keep expanding. Click OK. Expand until you cannot expand anymore is my little rule. Right, there we go. So we're expanded. Let's go into outline mode with Command or Control Y. That's up here. And we're going to select everything, and I'm going to use the Shape Builder tool. Alter Option and drag to trim off the excess. The first thing we're going to do is clean up the paths. So I'm just going to zoom in. Now the white I want to be transparent, so Alter Option and click and drag through. And essentially what we want to do is capture all of the white in the selection. There we go. Around there. Da, da, da. Now, as you can see here with the Shape Builder tool, you end up with a lot of bits of point and geometry left over. It's not ideal. And that's probably where you're going to get the most cleanup. I mean, look at this. You got this double path thing going on. And we don't want that. We got to get rid of that. So it's good to zoom in thousands of percent and just check that there's no little bits of path left over. And if we select everything that's left, I can now unite that from the Pathfinder panel. And now effectively I've got a one color logo on a color background. Let's throw in a color. Maybe a gradient. Ooh. Oh, no. Hang on. Let me show you this. Yeah, this could be cool if I can remember how to do it. Oh, where is it? Where is it? No, I think it's swatches. Open swatch library. Gradients. Yes, metals. Check this out. I bet you didn't know that was built in there, did you? What do we got? Different metals. So quite sort of polished. Dull brass. Gold. Gold radial. So if I select all of these individual shapes, go object, compound path, and make, the gradient will now run through all of them. There we go. So what I would probably do with this is appearance panel. So let's add a new fill. And need to add a solid fill. There we go. So the gradient is underneath now, and the appearance panel kind of functions like layers in Photoshop. If something's on top, you won't be able to see what's underneath. So first of all, let's give myself a nice black background so the gold kind of really stands out. Right, let's see if I can remember this. If I can, this should look quite cool. So we've got the gold, and then what do I want to do? Add a path offset. Keep it subtle. So we've kind of got like a sort of beveling around the edge of the gold. And perhaps we could add a transform as well. Ah, got to make sure you got your object selected or anything you do doesn't count. So frustrating. So we could make this a bit more 3D, or we could change the horizontal scaling to something like this. If we go 99.9, we'll get an even less jaggedy edge. So we're kind of adding a stroke as well. And if I reverse that gradient, you can see we've got, have we got two now? Oh, wait, no, that's the same one. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that. I want two gradients in a solid color. So the top one, I'm going to have the offset. The bottom one, I'm going to have the transform. And if I flip one round the other way, you can see what it does is it creates that sort of bevel. So one gradient creates the bevel, the other gradient creates the depth effect. They're slightly misaligned though. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Maybe the top one that needs to have the same gold effect, but instead of having all the different colors, we'll have two. Or maybe three. Get a little highlight for the gold in there. Can adjust the position of said highlight. And I mean, I could play around with this forever. I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend too long doing this because I will just get carried away. And you can add more copies if you'd like to increase the depth of it. So you can make it kind of a bit deeper, a bit more shallow. I'm not sure about the gold effect, but hopefully that was fun to watch. You can obviously fine tune it and make it look more realistic, but you can just hide these layers. You know, we've got like a kind of. I mean, we could use the 3D features actually. Raquel says it looks neat. Rebecca, that's so cool. Honest to God, you're the best illustrator I've ever seen. I'm not joking. You were very helpful for me these past few months. Amazing. Thank you so much, Horizon. It's because I'm obsessed with learning. Ink Inspired. Love the 3D effect. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do 3D in Illustrator. You got 3D materials, and yeah, here, and we've got 3D Classic. But the transform panel, that I showed you how we created that 3D effect, honestly, that transform panel is probably one of the most underrated panels in Illustrator because you can do so much with it. You can create long shadows. You can kind of simulate those 3D effects. You can create patterns. I didn't use it for a long time, and it's just brilliant. Right, let's go 3D. Let's see if we can make this look delicious. Materials, okay. We got a gold. Do we have a gold? Gold leaf foil? I just want solid gold. Natural gold. No, all right. I want a clean gold. Metallic up, roughness down. Ray tracing. Oh, all the fills confused it. Do I have to just pick a color over here? Yeah. Okay, so obviously needs just one color. Lighting. Do I have any lighting? Whoa, what is that? Hmm. Yeah, you got inflate. Why is it? I don't know why extrude isn't working. Or. Oh, no, it is. I'm being an idiot. Ooh, oh, that is nice. All right, sorry. I'm being a fool. I didn't have any depth. Let's rotate. Ooh. I mean, it's not like a logo per se, but that does look nice. Gotta be honest. Let's just save it before I bump up the ray tracing too much and crash everything. Okay, depth. Yeah, it's a bit too much. Let's dial it down. We'll make it bigger. I don't know. I'm not sure. Twist. Whoa. There you go. I'm crashing. The computer is getting crashed. Taper. Oh, that's kind of cool. Having it taper off to a point. Yeah, I might go with that. Now, bevel. Yeah, let's add a bit of bevel, a tiny bit, just because it will make some of the corners feel a bit more realistic. Just so everything isn't like perfectly crisp, which can feel a bit unnatural. Bevel both sides, yep. I can't be honest, I'm quite happy with that actually. If I were to do nothing else today, I'm pleasantly surprised that I made that. Yeah, yeah, I like that one as well, Rebecca. Like, yeah, the more recent 3D features in Illustrator, it's kind of like you are constrained in the sense that if you can't get what you want within those 3D effects with those sliders, there's not a lot you can do to take it forward. You know, if you have a 3D object, you're kind of locked into using these 3D tools. That being said, sometimes it can be a very quick win to take a 2D design or maybe some lettering you've done or whatever, like a logo like this. And if you just want a quick 3D effect that has some sort of semi-realism with the ray tracing, it can be enough. It can work. Even if it's not just for a logo, it might be for a poster or a flyer or something. Yeah, I got to be honest, I love that a lot more than this one. And that's not to say that you couldn't create that with that technique, but I mean, this took not long at all, really. I just got to get the quality up because the quality is a bit rubbish. So this is where you got to be careful. I'm working in a 72 DPI document. So any raster effects like this 3D is rendering at a lower resolution. If I bump it up and I've got a lot of 3D in here, it's going to crash everything. So we'll try 150. We'll see how it renders. You see the jump in quality there? We'll try 300. I'm not going near other. No way. It might be okay with just one 3D thing. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that. That is night and day. You know, the edges just have so much more clarity to them, and it's just a higher quality render. Um, so what I do is I work at 72 DPI. When I'm happy to like export the final thing, I make sure that I don't have tons of other 3D stuff, because what it will do is it will render your entire document at 300 DPI. And if you've got a document full of 3D stuff, it's going to render all of it, and it will just, yeah, blow up your computer. Oh, thank you very much. You're very good at explaining and breaking down the concepts. That's very kind of you. I think it helps that I've always been obsessed with learning from tutorials, even before YouTube. Back when when articles were the kind of main way of learning, and I think I learned quite quickly what I like from a tutorial and what I don't like. Um, and I don't know, yeah, I've always liked solving problems, and so I think I sort of started teaching on YouTube a little bit and gravitated towards it because it felt good to help other people solve problems that I'd already solved. You know, like, oh, I struggled with this thing, but now someone else doesn't have to struggle with it because I kind of figured out how to get around it, you know? Right. We haven't even touched the lighting yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's put you over there, Mr. 3D panel. Materials. Yeah, you can see every time I make a change now, it's gonna have to re-render that 300 DPI. So I'm gonna drop it down. I don't need to be greedy. 150 is good. So the roughness is kind of how shiny, glossy, reflective It is. It doesn't seem to be doing a lot here. Okay, let's play around with lighting. I mean, I do like that. Now it's giving me this. Only works on some object and can't apply as multiple instances. Have I broken the 3D features? So you can kind of move the light around. It keeps telling me this. I think I broke something. Ambient light. Let's try turning that off. It's not doing a lot. I think I've broken something. Okay, let's go back to 72 DPI. Computer's trying to tell me something. I'll save it and restart Illustrator just to check it's not the software. The 3D effect made it so much better and movie-like. Yes. I know, step by step vlog tutorials. I did, yeah. Oh, that's amazing. You are very welcome. Right, let's see if I can change something. Well, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to be changing much. But I think we'll leave that one there. I'm happy with that. I think I call that a win. I'm quite happy with just the emblem, but if I was going to throw something else in there. The text is a bit of an afterthought. Actually, no, it should be in the same font, shouldn't it? It's got to be in Dan Sans. But I kind of want to make it a bit bolder. There isn't a bolder version of Dan Sans, but we're gonna make one. For anyone interested as well, or if you enrolled in the course and don't know, that when you enroll in the course, you get access to 3 fonts that I've created, and one of them is Dan Sans, the font from my logo. So if you already enrolled, like Ink Inspired Life, yeah, just a reminder that you do get access to that font if you like it. You might think it's terrible, but at least it's there if you'd like it. Cool. All right, there we go. The word gal, a bit of an afterthought, but we got it in there. Right. Okay, one done. Rebecca. I'm not sure why I put the A up there. Okay. I quite liked the Wonder Woman idea as a sort of springboard to kind of jump from. So if you have any initial ideas, things you're interested in, or that might relate to you as a person that you'd like to include, you know, honestly, throw it in the chat and I'll see what I can do. Sorry, I have a short name. That's funny. Oh, thank you. Ashkenazi. Ooh, that's a cool Gal Ashkenazi. That is an amazing name. I love that. That rolls right off the tongue. That does. Hello. Still not me. Good to see you. Graphic designer. Favorite colors pink. Nice. I can work with that. Excellent. Graphic designer. Okay. Graphic designers. What are they like? What's going to come into my head? I'll see if an idea pops in. Okay, graphic designers. What do we use? We have styluses. We have mice, screens, design, color, palettes. I'm trying to think of things that could relate. Okay, something's coming into my head. I got an idea. I'm going to just see if I can run with it. I don't know if it reminds me of a peacock. Becca, I don't know if you like peacocks. There's birds that go that sort of noise. Right, where are you? There we go. I need to add more quadrants. There we go. So this is the polar grid tool for anyone that missed that. Sorry, I'm moving quite quickly. We've got a lot to get through. Let's get rid of the bottom half. I suddenly had this idea of having these different quadrants, if that's the right word. Quadrant? Segment? Let's change the thickness. Yeah, maybe like that. And then if I expand this, grab the live paint bucket tool, click to make a live paint group, paint in some color. Let's expand, 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 merge it all together. We've got one version like that, but this is a nifty little trick, right? If I delete the pink on the outside, it will revert to the inside. So now I've got kind of, you know, the linear one and then the solid fill one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was thinking sort of picking colors. First it's my name, RMP, and tried to make it a butterfly, but failed miserably a lot. Okay, all right, let's just park that one. What we got? We got R and B. I mean, I got to be honest, I love that R. RB. What is the B like? Okay, we've got the same sort of flourish there. Oh, right. B. Butterfly. Okay. Yeah, they're sort of similar. Like if I were to just grab a B and... Ooh, hang on a sec. What about if we flip it around and have them... Hey, holding hands. They're linked, maybe? I don't know. It would be nice if they linked and we got the old intertwine feature. Release. Yeah, so okay, go back to a normal R. Ah, I think there's potential. A B and an R, they're very similar in some ways. So, you know, look, there's the butterfly, but you almost kind of want to break one part open. So, what did you say? R and oh, sorry, you said P, didn't you? R and P. Oops. Oh, okay, I've got no idea. It's going to be a butterfly without a wing. A three-winged butterfly, maybe. Oh wait, no, that's BP. Goodness me, damn. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Because what we got with the butterfly, we got one, two, nice little half there. Flip it around. Oh, flapping. Right. Yeah, so it's going to be quite difficult to sort of try and fit those letters in there. But that's not to say that we could just take the R and do something with a butterfly there. Got to run. My next class starts in a few. Have a fab day. Amazing. You too. Thank you so much for joining. It didn't really look like a butterfly. Yeah, I mean, unless we could take the R. So if we've got the body of a butterfly. Oh, no, not like that, Dan. Come on. The body of a butterfly is like a sausage shape. Could we do. I probably need another color for this, don't I? Let's. Could I do that and do something like that as an R? As the so kind of make the body of the butterfly an R, and then have the wings just kind of coming out of the R. Do you see what I mean? So the focal point is the R. I mean, we could even just take this, take the R as it is, and add some wings. It's not really tall enough though, so you kind of want a taller R. I wonder if that. What was it? Ivy. What's it? The variable font. No. Although, this has got different weights, isn't it? I mean, another idea, just to abandon the butterfly thing for a second. R and P do combine very nicely in the fact that they sit on top of each other. So we could do something like that. So you get the R and the P. Not so much butterfly. Oh, yeah, Gal just said that. The P is in the R already. Try to use that maybe. Yeah. I wonder if... I'm just trying to think if there's a way I could like have that as a P and an R, but bring it down into a sort of, do you know what I mean? Like accentuate the shape a bit more so I could then turn that into a butterfly. I don't know. God, there's got to be a nice idea there within. Oh, come on down. Think, think, think. Ah. What about lowercase? RP. Anything cylindrical equals sausage. Absolutely. This is a fact. Everyone knows this. I feel like I know what you're going to do. Rebecca, if you wouldn't mind, could you share that information? Because I'm not sure. You clearly have some insight that is eluding me. Oh, that's how your current logo looks. You could do a double P when one is flipped and then add the leg of the R in both. A double P. Double P, double P, double P. Yeah, so we got part of a butterfly there. P. Yeah, it's difficult because with a butterfly you're shooting for symmetry. Let me get pictures of a butterfly up. If I'm thinking of like a traditional top-down butterfly, I'm shooting for symmetry, and I ain't gonna get it because the R and the P, it's not symmetrical. So you kind of have to think very differently. I'm just looking at other angles of a butterfly. Yeah, let me see if I could. Got this fella here. This is Steve. Steve the butterfly. Let's see if we could get. So I'm just thinking, I wonder if I could create that top wing and then bring it down with the bottom one, and then have his little head like. Do you see what I mean? I'm trying to recreate that. I mean, that does look a bit. That looks a bit sus there. Maybe we should get rid of that. Could I distort this? I wonder. Like, obviously, this looks awful, but it's just trying to really get the shape. Yeah, this part is quite difficult to get all that detail. I don't know. I think, yeah. This is why I said earlier, I think I'd sort of try and steer clear of faces and animals. Because honestly, I find them the hardest to do. Butterfly wings bearing his name, one on the right, one on the left. You can cut the R with the knife tool. Now it looks like a cucumber. The R looks like the head of a butterfly. Well, let's see if we could get that to work. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, What's the wing shape? Right, we got one. um, maybe? I don't know. This reminds me of like a turtle from a kid's book or something. Oh, I don't know. There might be something in that. Alex, you might be onto something. Yeah, I like the way they cross over as well. We could actually intersect those really nicely. Yeah, Rebecca says it's getting there. I think this could work actually. I've matched the stroke width to the thinnest part of the R stem. Yeah, that is a good shout. Very good shout. Good eye. Good eye, James. We could even play around with the stroke width, maybe. Okay, those shapes are awful. Let's... Oh, I'm glad I got you guys here. I'll be doing this for hours otherwise. Let's try the old smooth tool, see if it can... Yeah, that's definitely an improvement. Yep, love that feature. Absolutely brilliant, that one. What about width thickness? Do I want to play around with that? Yeah, quite possibly actually. That looked better than I thought it would. So let's go top. What are we at there? 15. Make that as thick as the thickest part of the R. So we've got 15 there. Double click, we've got 15 there as well. Actually, no, maybe not as thick on the bottom because this is a bit smaller anyway. So maybe I'll shoot for 10. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like... Oh, I don't know. It's really hard. Let's try a version with the wings being a bit smaller, but keeping them same kind of width. That might tuck in a bit nicer there. And what I'm thinking, let's convert the R to a shape now. Let's give that a white fill. I kind of want this to cut into the R as well. Maybe not that much. I still want it to be... Or maybe it's a bit too much, actually. There we go. Maybe instead of the eye, we just need a little antenna. Ah. Try the peacock option. I don't know. I'm kind of invested in butterfly now. I wonder if... I suppose by turning it like this, it looks like the butterfly's a bit more in flight. No, I don't know. It's difficult. Difficult one. I'm going to switch this out for some actual nice ellipses. Oh yeah, I prefer that a lot more actually. Just that little bit of... Oh yeah, I love that way more. That bit of geometric precision really makes a difference. The R still looks a little thick. That is a good point, but it doesn't have to be. That is a very good point. We have other ways. So we could do something like this. That's a bit better, I think. And I kind of like the way this, yeah, this one here sort of sits a bit more flush to the bottom. So if I were to take this and write Rebecca in that thin, more elegant font, we've got the butterfly in there. And we could even accentuate that a bit more, actually. That's a neat effect. Yeah, dig that, says James. Wow, you're still going. Yes, I am. It's 6:30. It's been a good session, though. I'm loving this. Okay, excellent. Phew. How about you try to change the profile from the stroke drop down? Okay, sorry, I'm a bit slow on the chat today. This is taking all my brain power to try and... Yeah, maybe I'll condense that in a bit, I think, actually. That was a big thing for me, was getting the precision of the kind of perfect ellipses. It was just kind of throwing me off before. Didn't look as nice. But now the biggest challenge with this now is I kind of got to think, okay, how am I sizing the butterfly up in relation to the other text? You know, up here it was a bit too small, I think. And I want the butterfly to kind of have just a bit more dominance over the lettering. This is a nice typeface. Fields. I'm going to have to remember that. So this is looking nice. Oh, look at this, right? Check this out. Bit of a lucky accident here. I'd love to say this was intentional, but it isn't. You see this? The way the wing flows up. Yeah. Liking that. In fact, actually, there's more. There's more we could do with that, actually. Yeah, right? Yeah, chef's kiss indeed. Hutton, good to see you. Yeah. And because we've got that really nice flow, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to chop away this part. Let's make a cut through there, get rid of that. And I want to do some cutaways somewhere. I just got to think where I want to make those cuts. I want it there? Four. Love design and listen to music. If you see me bopping my head around, I'm listening to some Avenged Sevenfold. I'm really digging their music at the minute. We'll go one there. Maybe one there. Do you see what I mean? So it kind of has like a really nice, both wings loop into one single wing. Let's just get that comparison. We'll go 1 and 2. It just looks a little bit more elegant, you know? In fact, I could even add one more if I wanted to maintain the... Oh, no. No. I know what I need to do. If I really wanted to kind of show off that continuity that I'm so very proud of, what I would probably do is... do something like that. Obviously a lot cleaner, because I think it's more abstract like this, but of course when you put it next to the Ibeka, you can clearly read what it says. So that'll be the test. Looks like Doctor. No. With the cutout better. Yeah, and again, that's a good point. You know, I don't see Doctor, but I've got to be careful. I don't go too far down the old butterfly rabbit hole. Make something that looks beautiful but is completely illegible and useless. So this is where I got to place these kind of cuts, these whatever they're called, the trompole. I need to write that down because I keep forgetting what it's called. It's a beautiful art. Do you mind if I recreate this and make it my new logo? I love it so much more. Oh, no, Rebecca, if we get something looking good today, you can have it. Have it for free and yeah, sure, use it. Afterwards, in fact, actually, anyone, Gal and Rebecca, after the stream, hang on. After the stream, I mean, I will need some dinner first, but I need some chicken. But if you email me after the stream at that address, what I'll do is I'll send you the vector files back later on or tomorrow when I get a sec. And yeah, by all means, use it for whatever you like. Yeah, I'm going to run with this one, I think. I think that will work. I think that will look like Rebecca. I'm gonna run with that. Right. Okay. How am I gonna do this in a way that doesn't butcher it? So come on down, think. Yeah, so that flow from the lines, they're not actually connected, so I've got to connect them up. So let's expand everything on this version over here. Merge it all together. Not like that. Yeah, so there we go. I've basically merged it into a single shape. So that's the difference going from the left to the right, is you've gone from this kind of with these strokes editable. which is good because now I can see the actual geometry. So when I want to try and connect these parts, I'm working directly with the geometry. So if I were to kind of go and do this, do you see what I mean? Like I can actually focus on, is that a smooth curve? And I can really kind of get that connection dialed in. Yeah, I might pen tool this. We'll see. Yeah. So at least I can see that now, and then I can refine this a bit more. Yeah, like there. It's a little bit janky, not especially smooth, so I do need to fix that. That's better, I think. This bit here, so you can see the width is quite thin, it's quite thick where I've drawn those shapes. So I might need to try and taper that in ever so slightly. I don't know how easy that's going to be to do. Maybe I could bring it up like that. Not sure if I want to do that actually. What I might do instead is bring that perhaps a bit lower. So I'm thickening it up slightly. But then, oh no, actually, hang on. I've got to be careful messing around with the letters, because these letters here have their thick bits and their thin bits all in the correct place, because this was, set up by someone who knows what they're doing with typography. So I've got to be careful if I go and start messing around with the core letter, cutting bits away. That's cutting bits away I can do, but messing around with the actual parts of the letter, I'd probably stay away from that and mess around with the bits that I've added instead to try and fit the letter. Does that make sense? Hutton says, how deep is the rabbit hole gone already? Not very deep today, actually. We've got quite a few early wins. A few of these, and we had, boom, 3D logo. Not as much as the grind and shine. My goodness, that was a rabbit hole. This is a pretty tame butterfly hole now. Yeah, so right. And this might seem simple, but getting this right is quite important. And as you can probably tell, it'd be very easy to muck it up as well. So I've got to be careful. I don't butcher. I kind of want to have this gap here to be consistent. That's more than good enough for now. And I can fine tune this. You see the kink here? There's a bit of a kink, but I can fine tune all that. That's easy. All right, let's line this beauty up. Nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stick the R down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Next stage. We'll go over here now. Need a bit more space. So once I'm happy with this one, what I would then do is shape builder it again, knock everything out. So that is my geometry. And then I would go in and try and smooth any bits out that were a bit. So like you see here, this is the kind of detail that I sort of focus on. I zoom in like crazy. and I want to connect these up. Yeah, so they're not connected. So I'm going to just make sure that these paths are joined. Zooming in and fixing these issues will help me avoid other problems. Do you know, that's turned out rather beautiful, actually. Bit more on the old red magenta side here. How do you think to like a lighter pink and a purple, Rebecca? What do you think to that? Oh, you are more than welcome. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. James, I was saying click on the stroke and the drop down changed the profile of the ellipses. Oh, yeah. I see before, yeah. What artist do you listen to? Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, quite dark lyrics, but I think a lot of heavy metal is actually, if you actually listen to the words, but nice little tune to sort of bop your head along to. Oh, you're very welcome, Rebecca. You are very welcome. That looks very pretty. Oh wow, okay. I like her work. Noted. Okay, cool. That's good. The consensus seems to be that this has been a success. Yeah, I think some of the streams, the logo design, like I think I've created some good stuff. This has definitely been one of the better ones, I think. This butterfly one is probably one of my favorites actually. When I think about the time that's been spent on it in that context, like I do love the 3D one. I love this, but like I wouldn't normally do a logo with the 3D features, you know? Yeah, this does look nice. But this was harder as well. As soon as you said butterfly and we started playing around, um, it was like this is going to be a tricky one to get that in there. But credit to Elix for the idea of combining the wings with the letter R, or suggesting that the R was like a butterfly's body. I can't remember exactly what you said, but yeah, as always, team effort, team effort. Anyway, pink. Let's get a color in there. Leo, Leo, what are you doing? Hello, Leo. Luke's iced coffee. Yeah, I think we might have to put a pin in Luke's iced coffee today. I don't know if we're going to get around to that one. I do need to go home, eat something, and see my children. So, yeah. Let's have a play with a few colorways here and just kind of get a sense of what looks nice. Yes, that is Leo, the master robot designer. Oh yeah, it's not calm music. Absolutely not. All right, let's go over here. Doesn't matter how big I make my artboard, I will expand to fill the space. It's really irritating. I am really irritating the way I work. Okay. How are we doing for time? Also, just to let you know, I've got a new tutorial. Well, not tutorial, a new video going live soon. It's got like a whole bunch of Adobe Illustrator tips, like advanced stuff. So if you want to learn more about Illustrator, definitely look out for that one. That should be going live, hopefully within the next 24 hours. I just need to check a couple things, but it's a good one. It's a really, really good one. And that's me saying that. I'm normally very critical of my own stuff I do, but I think if you want to learn Illustrator, it's going to be a good one. Oh man, I love things in black and white. Black and white just looks. Oh yeah, I like it. I mean, I could sit and play with colors all day. Rebecca, I think I'll leave that one to you. I think the pink kind of fits with the butterfly thing, but it's kind of like, whatever you'd really like it to be. You could have the R a different color, for example. You see what I'm saying? So you could do something like this. Via, hello from Germany. Nice to see you live. Oh, amazing. Amazing to have you here. Where do you now work from, Dan? Your background looks amazing. Oh, thank you. Where do I work from? Same studio, but the way you may have seen it before, where the foam paneling was behind, I was 180 degrees the other way. So I was facing towards the door, and then I flipped the whole thing around the other way. Basically, you can't see what's in front of me, but before it was more like a recording set. And I've actually now turned it around so it's more like a workspace and a recording set. So it's just nice for me because I've got all my streaming stuff, monitors and what have you set up. So I can literally record videos, I can stream and I can work. It just makes sense, Whereas before I did a lot of my work in the other room. I've kind of got another desk in there. And it just makes it easier because if I'm working on something and I'm feeling inspired, I could just spin up a stream super fast and just share with you guys what I'm working on, or if I've learned something, Got a nice little salt lamp in the corner. I work off the artboard sometimes. Oh, you rebel. Absolute rebel. You from England, right? I love England so much. Used to go twice a year. I missed that. Where are you from, Gal? Yeah, I'm in the UK. Where am I? Southwest England, so near Bristol. What is that emoji, Leo? Thank you so much. No worries, Rebecca. Yeah, just make sure you shoot me an email, hello@dansky.com, and I'll ping you back the files, kind of where we got to. You can have everything and then play around with color. I'll probably need to sit down and play around with color off stream because it'll take me a little while to settle on something I like. And yeah, I'd be curious to see what you do with it as well. Or maybe you'll tweak the design. I don't know. There's loads of little details we could even add to that. We could add some patterns on the wings. You could add it. You could add an antenna, but I don't think you need it because you've got this kind of doubles up as a head and an antenna. But we haven't even added any patterns or anything. We could, if I were just to play around for a second, there's so much you could do with it being a butterfly. You know, you could add little accents like that if you wanted. Loads of stuff. And maybe the accent, it could be like a tint of the pink. Oh, there's loads. You can see what I mean. Very easy to get carried away. So I'll quit. I think I'll quit while I'm ahead. Oh dear me. Oh goodness me. You can add more colors in the iteration. Don't sure how to write that of the logo, like the website and social media. Yeah, so typically, I mean, this logo is really good because it works as a one color print. One color print is usually good to have that option because it gives you more versatility. One color print is often a lot cheaper for businesses. Well, no, it is a lot cheaper for businesses. And there's certain things like headed paper, maybe compliment slips. A business might choose to print certain things like that in one color and save on cost, and then spend a bit more money having their business cards kind of, I don't know, embossed, printed on a nicer glossy stock, thicker paper, which is more expensive, or card, I should say. So, you know, if your logo doesn't work in a single color, you know, and it has shading and gradients, it can still be fine. You know, it's like you can print a black and white photo. But obviously, like it can get a bit more complicated, especially if you introduce something like gradients. So I think ultimately, as long as the one color black and white grayscale version of the logo looks good when it prints, that's the important thing. But yes, to kind of answer your question, you sort of need your, you know, your one color black on white, a reversed out white on black, a color version, a reversed color version. Just a lot of the stuff that we've looked at in design review, where people have got these brand documents and these style guides, and they've demonstrated like how it looks here, how it looks on a box, how it looks on the website. This, for example, Rebecca, if you launch an app now with your name, you've got a butterfly that could work as an app icon. And this would actually sit quite nicely in a website header as well. So those are the sorts of considerations that are quite important to make. I'm afraid to say it going to go politic way, sadly. I used to watch your tutorials back in the day. Oh, I know, been going for about nearly 10 years this year. It will be October 2014 was when I started. Oh, I should probably hang on. Right. So, if you've enjoyed today and you want to learn all these different tools, if you see me whizzing around and using all of these different tools over here, there's like 70 or 80 of them. It makes designing things considerably easier, learning all the different tools. So then, you know, the idea that you have in your mind, you're able to actually create it. So this is, oh, Poppy, you've done the promo for me. You beat me to it. So yeah, Poppy's posted the link there. That's my full Adobe Illustrator masterclass. So it goes very in depth. Even if you're a complete beginner, it will teach you all of the different tools, all of these techniques, and it will sidestep all the years of mistakes that I made. I did it wrong, or lots of things wrong, for many years. And fortunately, I've learned much better, more efficient ways of using these tools. That's what I put into the masterclass. So if you want to learn Illustrator in its entirety and you'd like support from me, if you get stuck or if you want feedback on your work, have questions, whatever it is, essentially you get access to a private community where you can just DM me anytime you like, and I'll be there to help. So there's the course, and there is the link to get 15% off, which Poppy beat me to promoting. So thank you, Pops. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, I know. My goodness. I'm way ahead of you, love. You are. You are way ahead of me in many ways. What do you call a 10-year anniversary? A anniversary? I love it. I love it. Fantastic. Oh, Yeah, this is good. This is really good today. Right. Oh, well, thank you everyone for making it such a fantastic stream. Today was tough, actually. I got to be honest. Today was a pretty busy, full-on mental day, hence the late start. Wasn't feeling 100%. I can honestly say I feel 110% now. So thank you for joining the stream and brightening up my day for sure. It's been an absolute pleasure. Really, really good fun. Exactly, food time. Enjoy the rest of your day today, Dansky. Great job on the design. Thank you, and thank you to everyone who pitched in ideas as well. We definitely have a habit of making this a team effort. You eating chicken today? I might do, James. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Gal and Rebecca, shoot me an email there, and I'll give me like a day or two or whatever, just how long it takes me to get some free time, and then I will definitely get these designs back to you, and you can do whatever you like with them. They are yours forever. I got to sleep. 12:30 here. Oh well, thank you for joining so late. I appreciate it. Dan, thank you so much for the great time you gave us. Love that, and following you for years. You're so good. Thank you very much, Gal. You always brighten my day. Oh, that's amazing, Hutton. Right, legends. I'm going to have to love you and leave you. And yes, I will. Tomorrow, is there a stream? No, tomorrow I'm having a day off. I think I'm having a day off tomorrow. But yeah, I think Leo's usually with me on a Friday, so maybe we'll do some Friday streams a bit more. But oh, Tim, hello. Hi, Tim. Bye, Tim. Oh, funny. Right, so if I don't speak to you before, have a fantastic rest of your week and a fantastic weekend, and I will see you next week. Oh yeah, and remember to look out for the YouTube video. There's a YouTube video going up, tons of tips for Illustrator, hopefully in the next day or so. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. Right, enjoy your day off. Oh, I will, mate. I will. Bye, Daddy. See you at home. Yeah, I will see you at home soon, son. Right, that's enough for me. Catch you later, guys. Take care.